Hey, what's up, you guys? So I wanted to do a video. I am actually getting ready for bed. It's still pretty early. I think it's like 6 something or just after 6 o'clock right now. But I am getting ready for bed because I have to go get blood work tomorrow. So I got out of the shower not too long ago, and I don't know about you guys, or if it's just me or my shower, but the minute I get out of the shower, my skin feels so dry. So I'm going to be putting on some lotion during this video. But tomorrow I go to do my blood work. So let me, just for those people who maybe didn't see the last video, if you didn't, I highly suggest you go back and check that one out. Last week's video. I'm also sorry this video is not coming out on Saturday. It's actually coming out on the Monday. But that is because I wanted to have like almost a full week of like, not data, but like information to tell you guys. So, as you guys know, a few months ago, actually in August of last year, my doctor passed away. And I did see, like, he had like an interim doctor at that office they had that was seeing patients until they got an actual doctor in the office. And at the time I liked the ladies that were there, like in the office, like medical assistant that took you back for the doctor to see you, and the front office lady. I liked both of them. So I said, oh, I definitely want to stay at this facility because I have found, at least with where I live, I do live in a relatively small town. I have just found that you like one or the other. Like, I don't find a lot of places where I like the doctor and the staff. So I was like, okay. I didn't hate the doctor. Let me put it that way. I didn't not like the doctor. But I found some of his choices a little weird as far as medications and stuff, but he never did anything that like made me question like his knowledge, you know? So like I said in my last video, I switched to the new doctor. You guys heard all about that. She kind of didn't want me on the medication I had been on for a while, etc., etc. So on Wednesday, it is currently Sunday, I went to my new doctor, which is in a totally different facility, totally different hospital affiliation. My mom actually goes to the same office. And I basically explained to her everything that was going on, everything as far as my medications I was on, what my A1C was when I was on those medications. So when I originally got my A1C taken for the last doctor I was at, I think I got it done in February. My A1C was 8.5, which is very high. You want it for an adult with type 2 diabetes. You want it like, honestly, they want like 6.5 6.5 or lower to be considered controlled. And I was at 8.5, and really felt like, and this is like coming off of that other doctor, like felt like I had no control over my diabetes whatsoever. Like I didn't have control even when I wasn't eating any carbs, like completely keto diet for over a month. And I felt like I still had absolutely no control over like how I was feeling or, sorry, that's a little personal, but I'm trying to get this on so that, because Nick's in the shower right now. So when he gets out of the shower, we can just like relax and not have to deal with a bunch of shit. So I just felt like the last doctor wasn't listening. I felt like I had no control over my diabetes, no control over my numbers, regardless of diet, exercise, all that stuff. No control over any of that. And Pete, stop looking at your legs. So I went to the new doctor and I kind of explained to her, like, I was on Trulicity and Glipizide and Trulicity is a once a week shot. It's a GLP, but I don't think it's like an Ozempic or anything like that. I'll talk about my experiences with that in a second. But I explained to her that I was on Trulicity, I was on glipizide, and I had relatively good numbers when I was watching my diet. Now, obviously, when I'm not watching my diet, when I'm not trying to do keto or trying to cut my carbs or anything like that, obviously, at those times, my blood sugar is all over the place because I am not trying. And unfortunately, with diabetes, you constantly have to be trying. So, I went to the doctor, explained all that, explained that I wasn't really watching my diet. She took my A1C in the office and tested it. Now, I have been over a month watching my diet, watching every single thing I put in my mouth. Whether or not I was vlogging it was besides the point. I was not eating carbs. So, my A1C went from an 8.5 or an 8.7 to a 7.4. So, it's definitely going in the right direction. We're almost to the goal. But it's going to take me honing in it even more. But I'm happy to report that when I went to this new doctor, she's definitely keeping me on the insulin that I have been on for the last month or so. She's definitely keeping me on that. And she put me back on my Trulicity. So I'm thrilled with that. I took my first shot back. It is Trulicity 0.75. It's a once a week injection pen. I took my first shot of that on the Thursday. So, currently on Sunday. I will definitely let you guys know that I strongly think that it quiets down the food noise a lot. I haven't seen, like, people saying, oh, like, after you could lose, like, 10 pounds. I don't think it's necessarily as, like, severe as Ozempic, at least not in my experience. I've never had Ozempic, but, you know, I'm not like, oh, I'm going to vomit or anything like that. So I do think it severely quiets down the food noise for me. Like, I'm not constantly thinking about what am I going to eat. In fact, the other day, I had breakfast at 8. I didn't think about food again at all until like 2. So, which is usually my goal. I try to eat breakfast. I try not to eat another meal until almost 2. Like, I don't put anything in my mouth until 2. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm keeping track of everything on my carb manager. I'm also taking my blood sugar 5 times. No, wait. Before, after. 4 times a day. So my doctor wants me to take it fasting, after breakfast, after lunch, after dinner. That's it. The after dinner, or the after... Okay, so I take it fasting. That's if I should take insulin, because I do have fast-acting insulin as well as slow. So the slow I take every night, 15 units. The fast-acting is on a sliding scale. So if your blood sugar is this, you take this. If your blood sugar is this, you take this. I'm excited to say that since I started taking the Trulicity, I haven't had to take, like, my insulin injection every time I have a meal. So, like, before I ate today, like, my fasting today was 115. After that, it was like 130 or something. After lunch, it was like 136. After lunch, it was 171. And then after dinner, it was, I haven't even taken it yet because I have to take it like 6:30. So, you know, it's just, I only took, because the one was 171, I took 4 units before I had dinner. So, it's just, yeah, I haven't been taking as much insulin. I definitely feel like I have a little bit more control over the fact that, like, I can have, like, a cracker with some cheese. Not like 5 or 6 crackers, like 2 or 3 crackers, but, like, I can have a cracker with some cheese and I don't feel like my blood sugar is going to go to like 230, which is what was happening when I was just on the insulin. So there's a vast improvement in that. I do go tomorrow morning to get blood work done. because the doctor is a little bit concerned there's something wrong with my thyroid. She felt it. She asked if I grow hair on my face, which I obviously do. I've talked about that on this channel before. So she thinks there could be something wrong with my thyroid, which my mom also has something wrong with her thyroid. So it wouldn't be a huge surprise, but, yeah. So that's where we're at with, like, all of my, like, medical stuff right now. Again, I'm sorry this video didn't go up yesterday. I didn't have a chance to put it up. I didn't have a chance to film it even. I've been trying to keep myself really busy. Because while I'm not having the food noise, it just seems easier to keep myself busy. Then I don't have to, like, think about anything. Because when I started to think, I started thinking about food, you know? So, that's all I know about that. But I will update you guys again next week when I get some of the results of this blood work. I go back to the doctor at the end of May. And then we'll have you more updates. Until then, I'll try to do, like, some content, like, everyday stuff. The dogs. Peter. Hi, Peter. Come here. Come here. The dogs and the, you know, the hamsters and all that good stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you if you are still around and you're still supporting me. I appreciate it. And what are you doing? What are you doing? Hang on, I'll show you guys the pups. Show you the pup. What are you doing with the cat? Popo. What are you doing? What? What? And then there's the hamster's cage. And there's the wild Petey. Pete. Look at your old man now. Where's Pie? Where's... Uh-oh. There he is. Popo. Where's Pie? Pie? Where's your brother? Where's Pie? I'll let you guys go, and I'll see you guys in the next video.